Okay. We are down to the end of the program. We have run over. I told everybody we'd be out here at 8 o'clock and way beyond that, but I think we've had some pretty quality time, and the seats are still pretty well full. We haven't chased anybody away, but last but not least, and there is nothing least about this gentleman. Ladies and gentlemen, Sean Slater. Sean started surfing in 1974 at the age of 5 in Cocoa Beach, where, if you're familiar with Cocoa Beach, at end of the Minuteman Causeway, what is now Coconuts, that's where he started and still does that to this day. What a great place to be. He's been traveling and surfing for 38 years. And without Sean, we would dare say that Mr. 11 world titles would not be at that level. This guy is a big part of that. He was a member of the Catry surf team. We saw the photos of several members here with Kelly, Troy Proper, Sean O'Hare, Todd Holland. That was back in 1981. You know, for my money, I think all the Slater brothers should be in, and a special spot should be made for Judy Slater, as the most outspoken surf mom ever in the history of the sport. One of those incredible ladies I know. I love her to death. Judy Slater, you're a huge part of this whole thing, and I really appreciate the fact that she told me I'd never succeed in indoor boards. She does admit now that she was wrong for the first time in her life, and only. She sent that in an email. I got it. I saved that. It's amazing. Back to Sean here. His first surf contest was the Salick Brothers contest before it was the NKF back in 1978. East Coast champion in 1986 as a junior. He was in the finals, or actually was runner-up in 84, 85, 87. He was an ESA All-Star member for most of his teen years. He was in the U.S. surf team for 6 years. I mean, the accolades of what he's accomplished in competition have been overshadowed by his brother, but let me tell you that his awards and what he has accomplished in competitive surfing is right up there at the top of East Coast history. He went to the World Games in England in 1986. He was on the U.S. team events in Australia, Hawaii, England, Barbados, Puerto Rico, Mexico, and Bruce might know a few more that I might have missed, but he was an integral part of the U.S. team. He actually tied for first in the U.S. team trials in Hawaii with his little brother. Tied for first. He was right there on top. Turned pro in '98 after winning the Wave Masters in Jacksonville. That great contest up there, which is an icon of surf events here on the East Coast. Wave Masters set the stage here for Sean, his first professional win. Then he went on down to Barbados. The name of that island, Barbados, should be his middle name. Sean has been going to Barbados, I think, 28 years in a row, surfing in the Barbados. It's the Independence Pro now. I got to announce that event for 21 of those 28 years that he's been going. But he's a legacy down there. When he shows up at the airport, they know it's on. Sean is in town. He got a name. You know, I mean, don't take offense at this, but he was labeled with the supreme STD. Sean till dawn. But the main thing is he's kind of graduated. He's married recently, lovely wife April. He's been married for a year. He's now Sean till dusk. He helped coach the team, the U.S. team, with Bruce Walker and Kevin Grondin. They won the gold in Huntington Beach in 1996. He was also a U.S. coach in Portugal in 1998, helping coach. He was young, great talent. He's out there giving back to the sport in his early years. Just awesome. He began shaping surfboards. He needed to do something to stay in the lifestyle. Let's get it straight. Sean has done nothing with his life that did not have surfing in it. Nothing. Everything he has done since he was 5 years old is all about surfing. Shaping surfboards under his own label, the Slater surfboards, in Florida, Hawaii, California, Japan. He's still shaping to this day. He's cutting his own blanks. He's doing it from the beginning. He's sawing it out. He's not working with a machine, a shaping machine. No, this is Sean till dusk, shaping all the way through the whole process. He's famous. What a bus driver he is. He had 100,000 miles on the Volcom bus. He started the Volcom. He was in the first trade show booth for Volcom, a 10 by 10. Nobody knew what Volcom was. Sean was there. Sean was with them in their marketing campaigns. He was the best bartender in the world for Volcom at all the trade shows. Look at that. He's got his beer goggles on. He wore them proudly and very well. He's now currently hosting his own surf events, the Slater Brothers contests in Cocoa Beach. He's done 6 in a row. He's coming up on number 7. He's working with World Skin Cancer Foundation. He's giving back to the sport of surfing in the best possible way. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy is for real, Sean Slater.
Is this the mic I talk through? Yeah, I don't have a big speech written, and being last, I'm sitting in the back, I'm sweating my brains out. And I noticed those trunks that we used to wear in Sundeck, thanks to Bill Yerkes, he did get us started with Sundeck. I mean, he took care of us, he sent us all around the world, and Matt Keckley, he started us off as well. I mean, he was right there shaping all our boards. Kelly and I holding the blank for him because they were too small to fit on the rack. And, he was like, it's a great help, you guys got to come down. And he'd throw like 4 boards on the top of his VW Bug. That was awesome. He's always had bugs. We traveled all over the place. But Bill Yerkes got us started with Sundeck. And those trunks, by the way, they should be coming back because they don't, limit your surfing because you can really stretch in those things. They kind of come way up, Those are nice. Those are fun. They're fluorescent, so you don't need a rash guard in the water, so your parents can see you, so you're not going to drown. Anyways, yeah, there's I did grow up surfing. I didn't even know what was going on, and we started what we were. Oh, geez. Oh, that's funny. I actually remember that. That is hilarious. Look at the hairdo. Did you notice most of these photos I have hair? Yeah, there's not a lot of hair going on with us. All right, this is during our invitational. It started out as my invitational with a friend of mine, Drew Philipman, who's going through skin cancer. And we started the Sean Slater Invitational. It was with the World Skin Cancer Foundation. And every year we do free skin cancer screenings. And that saves you a couple $100. No one's going to go and I'm going to go get screened. A lot of people do now, but we've raised a little bit of awareness, and every time we have our event, we save like 4 or 5, 6 lives. So we find like melanomas every single time. And we found about 40. So, this is the 7th year. I feel like me, myself, and Irene, my mouth is getting so dry. You ever seen that movie? All right. True. Dick Cattree, I have history with everyone on the stage. They were talking about the waveless wizards. I caught one of those waves where Todd Holland's brother cut me off. That was amazing. Yeah, we are trying to get back to the sport. Now I call it the Slater Brothers Invitational. It's our 7th year. And, we're hoping for a great turnout this year. There's a little bit of bad weather, but we still had a fantastic turnout. It was the best year ever. And we have a skate ramp on the beach, free skin cancer screenings. We had G-Love, Donovan Frankenreiter, Haley Sales. They all played concerts for us, and we raised money. And then all the cancer, whoever's found with melanoma, they usually get treated pro bono. So, free. So most of that money goes to that. So I'm pretty proud of that. I didn't write a speech, but I wrote some notes. We're also, we ran a few contests for the AAU, which is we're starting the AAU surfing, which has never been, it's been 4 years now. I think we've been doing 7 years, because we do the national championships before my event, the Slater Brothers Invitational, and then some kids can qualify to surf against Kelly or CJ or anybody else who comes into the event. So it's like the bottom of the line surf against the top of the line, just like the WCT. It gives them a chance to show their stuff. So AAU is the oldest governing body in sports. They're responsible for starting the Olympics, everything. And so we have surfing going on right now. Our goal is to run 4 special events a year, and give the kids a chance without a bunch of politics dampening their will to surf. So. I've been, working for Volcom for 21 years. I've been the Volcom marketing ambassador for the East Coast, and I've worked everywhere, but that's my label. I shaped Slater surfboards, 17 years now. I learned a lot. I learned from all the other shapers. Keck, he's the man. Keck started us. Keck has more energy than any child right now. He does. I don't know how he does it. He calls me up, man, the waves are 2 feet. It's, sandbar. Let's go find some. Like, Matt, I'm sleeping. I don't have a jet ski. But I'm proud of what we're doing, and we're trying real hard to stay with the Slater Brothers Invitational and my surfboards, and that's what I'm doing full time and working for Volcom still. I'm pretty happy right now. And my wife, April, she's amazing. My stepson's next to her. She gives me all the love and support. It's amazing. I got really lucky. I won 2 titles. I'm the first brother to get in the Hall of Fame. Wait, sorry. Okay. And I'm the first brother to get married. I'm happily married, so. Bruce Walker, he gave me chances. He picked me to help coach the U.S. team. It was amazing. But I was coaching people who were my age who I surf against, and it was kind of odd at first. But, I found little niches that they weren't seeing, and it worked out great, and we won a gold. So that was cool. And Bruce used to do it free every time. He gets so into it. He taught me the happy circle. Yeah, see, Julie, happy circle. It's the energy, Okay. It taught us a lot. And there was a kid from, I don't want to tell a million stories because I have a lot of stories. But we were in Puerto Rico, and there was one kid on the team. He was kind of the weak link. And he was picked because there's no one else. He qualified though. He's from Texas. Great guy, Jay Bennett. And he had a board. He didn't surf that much out of Texas, so he had this wide, crazy, just small wave board, and the waves were like 8 feet. It was big. And we needed him to pull through this heat, and Bruce threw him the happy circle. Yeah! And he went and made this heat, and we won the Caribbean Cup for the U.S. team. That was cool. He's a real motivator, I'm telling you. Still skating and surfing in the Hall of Fame for skating and surfing. All right. I want to thank my family, of course, Kelly and Skippy. And, my wife, April, is awesome. And my stepson, Cy. We got a lot of our friends here right in the middle. It's amazing. You guys came here early. You've been here the whole time watching me sweat. All right. So my mother, I have to say, I can't say enough about my mother, Judy. No one knows this stuff. You may have read it or something. My mother, Judy, she'll be like, don't talk about me, But she worked 4 jobs when I was a kid. My dad did a lot. He drove us to all the events, and he'd socialize, and he loved it, He loved doing that part of it. She worked her butt off. She worked at Islander Hut. She worked at bartending, and she doesn't even drink, and she hates people who drink, She hates it when I drink. water even. So she worked 4 jobs. I mean, she was a firefighter, she was all this stuff, and she worked a job on the beach just to watch us all day at the Islander hut. And I couldn't ask for a better mother, and I'm really happy for you. This is you, I appreciate it. Yeah. Stand up. Well, if everyone's standing up and you're sitting, then we'll notice you. Okay. All right. I said a lot. But thank you for coming and staying here and the whole time. I really appreciate it. And, just honoring my family. I appreciate that too. Bruce, my mother's husband, he's a great person right there. Shake his hand, firefighter. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to finish up so we can get out of here and, go to sleep, I'm sure. Thank you very much. It's a real honor to be in the Hall of Fame, and I love all these people up here. I've got history with them. Thank you, guys. See you tomorrow.
First I got a couple things before we disperse. Sean, you might want to take your award here.